Welcome friends to the circle of knowledge called Avi's Academy. You are at the right place if you are learning commerce, management and economics at undergraduation and post-graduation level, and if you are one of those who have thirst for knowledge. Let's assume that after you finish your studies, you get a job, and after a month period, you will get your first salary. So, when you get your first salary, what you will do is you will keep a part of the salary for your next month need, that is for meeting your next month car expenditure. Maybe you will give a share of your income to your family to meet the household expenditure, and after that, if something is remaining, then we can call it as your saving. And we know that whatever the money we have as savings, if we keep it with ourselves, it is of no use, it just remains idle. But if we get an opportunity where if you are giving that money to someone, and that person is ready to give something extra after a particular period of time, we will be more than happy to give that money to him, right? Now if I change the story, if I take if I turn the page, if I'm considering the flip side of the story, where I'm thinking from the point of view of other person who needs the money. He may needs money because of some emergency, and he doesn't have any other alternative to get that money from anywhere else, and that's why he wants your money, and in return he is ready to give something extra. So now in this part, in this assumption what we made, there is an individual with surplus fund and there is another person who is having deficit fund. So now this happens in case of an in case of an economy. So there will be some people or individuals with surplus fund, there will be some individuals or corporates or companies with deficit funds. If a well structured system acts as a link between these two individuals, that is person with surplus fund and person with deficit fund, then it is win-win situation for both of them, the person with deficit fund and with the person with surplus fund. So a well structured system is necessary, and we have a well structured system, and that we are going to discuss in this video. It is about financial system. So in this video I'll provide an overview on the financial system, what is financial system and what are its components. So let's move towards our conceptual framework on Indian financial system. Let us consider these two hills. One hill, I'll name it as a hill or region of surplus, and another hill as a region of deficit. That means the people who are living in this hill, this hill, so they have a lot of surplus, and they want to sell it to the region where there is not many resources. So in that case, if we establish a bridge between these two hills, then there is easy movement of the surplus from the region of surplus to the region of deficit. So similar thing may happen in case of an economy as well. As I said previously, there are people with surplus funds and there are people with deficit funds. Financial system actually acts as a bridge between these two individuals. So that system is not at all enough, or it cannot sustain for a long time unless it has certain components. So the components financial system should have, this is the region of surplus and this is the region of deficit, and whatever the bridge we are seeing here, this is a financial system. But this bridge, the financial system, cannot sustain for a long time unless it is supported by certain pillars. We call it as the components of financial system. So these are the four pillars that ensures the financial system sustains for a long period of time. The pillars are financial institutions. So financial institutions are the institutions that provides funds, or that facilitates the movement of funds between region of surplus and region of deficit. It includes the banking institutions, non-banking institution, and even the regulatory institutions that regulates the entire financial system. Then we have financial market. So financial market is a place where the people, whoever needs fund, can meet the people who have surplus funds,
and then they can exchange in a market. So that is the financial market that we are referring here. So financial market generally includes the money market and the primary, secondary and derivatives market. And after that we have financial services. Financial services are the services which are offered by these financial institutions and financial market. So that is also essential for the well structuring of a financial system. Then we have financial instruments. So these are the instruments that helps the borrower to get the funds from the lenders through the financial institutions and financial market. So these four pillars are necessary for the development and for the sustainable development, to be specific, of financial system. So next let's see, based on these understanding about the financial system and their components, what exactly financial system is. So technically speaking, financial system is a system. So when you say a system, it's about interconnected networks. That interconnected network is the components. The interconnected components are making it as a system that allows the exchange of funds between financial market participants such as lenders, investors and borrowers. So there is a system, interconnected components, the four components, that allows the exchange of funds. So exchange of funds happen between whom? Between financial market participants. Who are they? Lenders, investors and borrowers. Lenders and investors are the individual with surplus fund, and borrowers are the individual with deficit fund. The system, if provides the exchange of goods, exchange of funds between these participants, then it can be considered as financial system. So in other words, we can say the financial system comprised of set of institutions, that is financial institutions, set of instruments, markets, as well as the legal and regulatory framework. So this is what we have discussed previously about the components of financial system. Then they say these systems, institutions, instruments, markets, legal and regulatory framework, what they do, they permit transactions to be made by extending credit. So they permit transactions relating to credit, where credit is given by the financial institutions or the markets through the instruments to the person or the corporates who needs funds. So this is what exactly financial system is. So in the financial system, as I said, there are the components of the financial system are, as we discussed earlier, financial institutions, financial markets, financial services and financial instruments. We are going to discuss about each of these four components in detail in our coming videos.
Thank you guys for watching the video. If you like the video, give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel by clicking subscribe button. If you want to share the video, you can share the video, because you can learn to share and share to learn. If you want to get continuous notification, click the bell icon there. And if you have any comments, doubts, clarification, please write here. Thank you once again. Thank you all.